Okay guys, hopefully your teacher will also show you the second video. And before we continue, maybe you ought to let the teacher pause the video, give you guys a chance to reset your minds a little bit. Anyways, here is part 2, which is the back of today's worksheet. Here we have another linear system. Notice how everything is lined up. X, Y's, and numbers are lined up. Remember, guys, that's the way you want it. Everything's got to be lined up for you to eliminate very well, to use elimination, okay? Now, what's different on this side of the worksheet is you'll notice that the 3 and the 7, there's no way they're going to cancel out. Neither will the 2 and the -1 here. So the trick this time is you have to figure out which equation that you can multiply by. Sometimes you have to multiply both of them to make either X or Y cancel out. Well, since 2 and 1 are easy to match up, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to times this right here by 2. And just follow along. 2 times 7 is 14x. 2 times minus 1y is minus 2y. 2 times 3 is 6. Now I'm just going to copy the first equation down underneath so it looks a little bit more neater there. And notice now, if I add 2 minus 2 makes 0. It's gone. So now I'm just left with 17x equal to 17. Once I divide by 17, x is 1. Am I done though? No. I got to plug it in to find the y. So I'm just going to use that first equation right up there. You can use any one of these equations, by the way. They're all part of the same system. Now, I'm going to plug in 1 for x. So I'm going to have 3 times 1 plus 2y equals 11. 3 times 1 is 3. If I minus 3 both sides, 2y equals 8. And when I divide by 2, y is 4. So our solution is 1, 4. Now, if you need to, go ahead and pause the video, guys. But hopefully you didn't find that too difficult. What was different between today, or this video, and the first video, is we actually had to multiply by a number to make something happen. Yesterday, remember, we just added, or I should say the first video, we just added or subtracted to make something happen, to eliminate one of the variables, that is. Now, guys, let's look at the graph. See how the lines cross at 1, 4. So I'm very confident we did it correctly. Okay? Let's try another one. Again, pause it here if you really need to. Let's go on to the last one I'm going to do for you. Now, guys, this one's a little bit tougher because 8 and 6 are not close to the same number. Neither is 3 and 5. But 3 and 5 are a little bit smaller, right? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to times the first equation by 5. And then the second equation, I'm going to times by -3. Because if I can make that -15 and this becomes +15, it's going to cancel out. So follow along here. 5 times 8 is 40x. 5 times 3, 15y. 5 times -12 means I have an equals -60. Now we're going to do the same thing with -3. -3 times 6 is -18x. -3 times 5 is -15y. Equals -3 times -20 is +60. Now, guys, let me just pause it here in case you need to catch up. But I also want to remind you, be careful with your negatives. You miss one negative, your answer is going to be wrong. Now, notice, guys, why did I do 5? Because, again, 5 times 3 gave me the 15. Why did I do a -3? Well, -3 times 5 gave me a -15, and that's now gone to 0. So 40 minus 18 is 22x equal to, and that ends up being 0. How convenient, right? When I divide by 22, x is still 0. Am I done? No, I got to plug it in, right? So let's just go ahead and use this first equation right here. Again, we could use any one of these 4 equations, guys, because they're all part of the same system, okay? But anyways, let's just plug 0 in for x right there. So I know that 8 times 0 plus 3y equals negative 12. And 8 times 0, of course, is 0, plus 3y equals negative 12. If 3y equals negative 12, once I divide by 3, y is negative 4. And my complete answer is x0, y, negative 4. Again, this is also called our solution. Okay? Solution. Let me write that a little bit neater as I'm talking to you. Solution. Okay, so guys, that's it. We got 0, negative 4. Pause the video here if you really need to. And so notice there's your proof that it's right. As you can see, the lines cross at 0, negative 4. Now, I just want to remind you guys, do the puzzle. Now, how the puzzle works on this side is you just go to your left margin there. See all these answers over here? And you're going to go, in this case, we just got 0, negative 4 right here, right? And what you're supposed to do is just cross out or eliminate the letter U. And once you get all the ones that you found crossed out, this over here should actually say something. Okay? But you got to do all the problems to figure that out. So again, please do the puzzle, because I'll give you instant feedback. Because if you can't find your answer over here somewhere, guys, you know you made a mistake somewhere. Go back and figure it out. Okay? So hopefully this video will suffice for now, guys. Hopefully this is a good review on linear systems. I just want to remind you guys that if you've been struggling with this is your chance to learn it or relearn it again, because this is going to play a big part, not just for this year or next high school year, but also when you go to college. You will do more linear systems. Okay? So I'll see you in class Friday.